What's going on, guys? Irish Wealth here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm just going to run through my Trading 212 portfolio and also my crypto portfolio as well, as there's been a nice little bit of dip buying in the last couple of weeks. So if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing to the channel and hit that like button as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So first of all, let's look at our Trading 212 portfolio, and we're currently sitting at 10.67% return, which is €250, which is quite decent considering it's been quite a turbulent month. At our best, we were up like 14% there, which was €329. Dipped down quite low there to about 8.5%. So pretty happy with 10% at the minute. But again, with my kind of allocations in terms of growth stocks, it's going to be a rocky couple of months. The market's not favouring growth stocks at the minute, which is great for me, which just means I can buy at a discount. So if we go through my individual holdings, I haven't added any more to NEO at the moment. I'm just going to be patient with this one. With the whole thing with the chip shortage and things, most EVs are being hit quite hard recently. So I think I probably won't be adding too much more to NEO unless it dips down significantly more. So moving on to Palantir, I've got 12.24 shares of Palantir. Come next week, I will be looking to try and get this up to 20 shares, as long as it does kind of remain below the $24, $25 mark, which I anticipate it will. There's a lot of good news coming out about Palantir, picking up really good contracts, expanding the business. It's just a case that with Palantir, I'm going to have to stay very patient with it, because the lead time with them getting into a business and actually setting up their systems can be sort of 3 to 6 months depending on the size of the business. So companies don't see the actual value of Palantir until about the 6 month to 1 year mark, when they're actually set up with the system. So it's going to take a while for Palantir to really explode, but I think when it does, the upside potential is going to be huge. Next up is Square. Not much to say here really. I haven't found a good opportunity to lower my cost basis with Square, so I'll just be keeping an eye on it. It's been really up and down the last couple of months, so just keeping an eye on it. If it dips below my average cost, then I'll look to add to my position, but I'm just going to stay patient with Square, and if it keeps going up, then I'm happy with that too. Moving on to Tattooed Chef, I will definitely be looking to add more Tattooed Chef in the next week or so. I'll be looking to get up to about 10 shares at least, hopefully. So Tattooed Chef is one that's been struggling the last sort of couple of weeks. Went down as low as sort of around the $15 mark, which was crazy. Off the back of nothing really. There was a story that the CFO resigned, which I see as a bit of a non-story. Like I don't see many CFOs having a huge impact on a business really. It comes to a point where a company goes public, the CFO is looking at his shares going, I could sell these shares and kick off on a beach somewhere. And I think that's what happens a lot of the time. If I see a CFO leaving, it doesn't really ring alarm bells to me. Maybe if the CEO resigned, then yeah. But yeah, a bit of a non-story, and they're selling out. They're in Target stores now over in the US, and it's empty shelves all around, which is a good and a bad thing. It means they could be selling more if the shelves were fuller and if they actually had a better sort of supply chain production system going. But for now, they are a growing company, so you're going to have growing pains like this. And with the pandemic as well, that's not helped either. So slower production. But hopefully now they'll be able to ramp up their production. And I really do feel like there's massive growth coming from this company in the sort of short to mid-term. So next up is Tesla, where I've got 1 share. I was really happy to get that 1 share when it dipped down just below the $500 mark. And then I had that massive run up to around $700. So we're sitting at just over a 12% return, which I'm really happy with. I probably won't be adding too much more to Tesla unless it absolutely crashes down below $600 again. But yeah, I'm very happy that I have that kind of 1 share, and I have a decent average cost basis as well. of about $633, which is really good. I kind of got that down during the dip. So very happy with that. And then not much to say on my ETFs, just that they're the absolute backbone of my portfolio, really keeping me above water, especially the S&P 500, consistently hitting all-time highs. I'm up 19.5% there. Sometimes I just think, if I'd be better off just putting all my money in the S&P, but yeah, I do enjoy investing in growth stocks, trying to find the next big companies that can 5x, 10x. But yeah, safe, well diversified ETFs will always make up a large portion of my portfolio, just to have that kind of safety and security element. So just quickly moving on to my Binance crypto portfolio, we're sitting just under €4,000, and this is predominantly made up by Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Cardano. So if I go into the spot section of the app, you'll see that I made my way up to 1 ETH. There was a decent pullback for Ethereum last week, and I just saw it as a good buying opportunity. So I got in there, and it's been hitting all-time highs ever since. So definitely not saying that I timed the market or anything like that. Got very lucky in that sense. But I'm happy to be at 1 ETH now. I think that's a kind of decent level to be at, and something that I'll be happy to hold long term. So it's currently valued at just over €2,000, which is perfect. You'll see there's a few like bits and pieces in here, a bit of Cardano, a bit of Bitcoin. This is just kind of interest I've been paid from my staking and my savings that I haven't put to work yet. So if we go back to the earn section of the app, you'll see I have 1940 in there. So that's mainly made up of Bitcoin, which I have in a flexible savings account. So that's just earning me a couple of percent. And then Cardano, which I have staked. I think I have 120 Cardano staked, and I'm getting a 7.7% return on that. So it's good that I have some crypto that's kind of earning me a little bit of money on the side as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this portfolio plays out in the future. And last but not least, we have my Coinbase Pro portfolio. So this is kind of an experimental portfolio. I really enjoy using the app, so I keep a little bit of money here, and I might dabble in a little bit of trading. You'll see here I've got mainly Cardano at the minute and Polygon. But yeah, this would be my portfolio for just having a little bit of a play around. It's a really nice app to use, very stripped back, so I would recommend it if you're a beginner. I'll leave links to Binance and Coinbase down in the description if you want to try them out. I think with Coinbase you get $10 worth of Bitcoin if you deposit a minimum of $100 or the equivalent of $100 in euro. So a pretty good deal. And then in Binance you get a little bit of a discount on your commissions. So yeah, if you're interested in checking them out, I'd really appreciate it if you use my links. So with all that being said, guys, that's all the portfolios. That's all the money I have working for me at the minute. There's a good bit of an imbalance between stocks and crypto. I probably am overexposed to crypto at the minute, but I won't be looking to add too much more to my crypto portfolio. So my stocks should get back up to parity quite soon. So with all that being said, guys, thanks a million for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're still here at the end of this video, I really do appreciate you. And I'll see you guys in the next one.